Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your love reading for October 2023. This energy is being activated mid-September for you guys. So if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. Thank you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for every single one of you. Let's see what we've got for you guys in the month ahead. Now we have a full moon eclipse in your sign here, Taurus, at the end of October. October 28th or 29th, depending on where you happen to be on this planet. And eclipses can shake things up a little bit. They can bring surprises. Sometimes they're surprises we want. Sometimes they're surprises that we don't want. Eclipses can, because it is a full moon eclipse for you, this is where either something can come to fruition for you, or perhaps you get some closure on something. Yes, we can have endings when we do get the full moons as well, but this can be resolution of issues, dealing with things, getting things out in the open so that they're not lingering. All right, we have a new moon in Virgo, September 14th, full moon in Aries, September 29th. So with that full moon in Aries, this is a great time to have a look back at the new moon that was in Aries in the spring. Where were you in your relationship? Were you even in a relationship at that time? And you know, what has transpired since then? Were you manifesting anything within your relationships? It's a great time for you to have a look back and see how far you've come, and also to see where you still need to get to. All right. So it can be a very lovely energy. We do also have another eclipse. We've got a new moon eclipse in Libra, October 14th, 15th, and Libran energy is actually really good for relationships. Restoring balance and harmony in a relationship, focus on what we need to fix or change, what we need to let go of. So that Libra energy really does bring us that focus back inwards, because it's been chaotic for a lot of people in the last little while. Okay, so all of this energy being activated for you in the month of October. Now, for some of you, you've got a very active time ahead of you. For others of you, it's a little bit slower because we do have some planets in retrograde through September. And this is where we do take a step back. We reassess, we reevaluate situations. And this is where we can make some really important decisions. This is not necessarily where you make impulsive decisions. So sometimes when we take our time with things, we can resolve things in a different way. So we have a leg up coming in here for you guys. Now this shows people helping people. Okay, so now this could be the partnership that you have with your person. You each help each other out, right? You pick each other up when you're down. This is also representative of the fact that there may be external people that can help you as well. They can give you a helping hand. So if you're going through a struggle, if you're going through a hard time, we do have a lot of finances that are impacting relationships right now, especially where we do have Taurus energy coming in, right? Taurus, you know, your ruler is Venus, and Venus was in retrograde from the latter part of July all the way up until September 3rd. So perhaps you've been tightening your belt, or you've been finding that resources, money, finances have been challenging for you in the last little while. And this can be where you might seek some external help for that. And you may also get some relationship help from an external source there as well. So don't be so proud to admit that maybe you don't need a little bit of help or guidance somewhere along your way, whether it is financial that affects your relationship, or whether it's some relationship help and advice there as well. If you need some assistance, it is there for you. But the leg up really is about people helping people, and you're there for your person when they're down, and they're there for you when you're down, right? So it's a wonderfully symbiotic relationship. We have no place like home coming in here. Now, this is always really quite interesting when we do get this, because, you know, it is card number 5 or number 50, which reduces down into a 5. So this can represent some important changes are happening within your relationship, and they are for the better for the most part, because the no place like home energy represents feeling safe and secure, feeling like you can be yourself and you're not afraid of judgment or ramification, right? And sometimes we do wear a false mask, at least initially in a relationship, because we don't really always show our true colors. and we don't always open ourselves up fully, right? We're navigating something there. So this can be an evolution of your relationship where you are feeling like you can be your wonderfully authentic self, and it's beautiful. The no place like home energy also can show that you are feeling good with your person, they're feeling good with you, and perhaps you are perhaps making some changes, okay, on where you live, or you're spending more time at home, right? It's been a very crazy summer for a lot of people, and this might be just where you're like, okay, we need to just cool things down a little bit. We need to spend some quality time together. Let's just, spend some more time at home with each other, cuddled up by the fire, maybe. Maybe you're doing some home renovations, or you could be moving in with your person or moving to a new place of residence, okay? So, but the no place like home energy, kind of like Dorothy, right? You just want to kind of go home and feel secure, feel safe, feel at peace, feel that comforting kind of energy. So I feel like if you don't have that right now, for some of you, it can go either way. And of course, with the eclipse energies that we've got and the moon cycles that we've got for you, either your relationship is evolving to the point where you feel safe and secure with your person, or if you don't feel that way and you feel still at this stage in your relationship that you can't be yourself and you're maybe being judged and you have to pretend to be someone you're not, this energy can possibly shake things up for you a little bit. So you might be making some very important decisions there, and this could actually be where you actually seek out some advice or guidance just to kind of talk some things through. You don't necessarily need anyone to tell you what to do, but sometimes we just need like a neutral third party just to kind of bounce our ideas, our emotions, our thoughts off of without being judged, right? Just, talk something through. So you may have that opportunity to do that. But we do have thinker energy coming in here as well. Now, for some of you, it's card number 44. Fours do have to do with stability and security. The fourth house has to do with your home, your private life, where you feel, all safe and warm and cozy. So for some of you here, you're thinking about, where do we live? Is it time to move in together? Do we need to spend more time at home? Am I feeling secure in this relationship? Am I not? The fours do have to do with a good, strong, solid foundation as well. So some of you are building your foundation in your relationship still. Others of you have a good, solid foundation, and now you're, maybe just thinking about the future. And so in this energy, in the thinker energy, we are counting our blessings. We're thinking about our relationship, our circumstance. We're just kind of, maybe even daydreaming about something there, but you might have an important decision to make in the next little while. And as we say that, we get the Seven of Cups coming out in your reading. So the Seven of Cups, very interesting. The Seven of Cups can represent this daydreamer kind of energy. You're fantasizing about something in your relationship, right? And so for some of you here in this energy, you are dreaming about the future, and especially coming out right beside the moon. Okay, the moon card is there as well. So some of you are thinking about love and romance. You're thinking about the future. Maybe you're even making some plans, possibly some wedding plans or something if you're at that stage, okay? But there is a little bit of fantasy or daydreaming coming in. Now, for some of you, something may be coming to fruition for you. Something might be coming true. But the Seven of Cups can sometimes bring in the need to make a decision, and sometimes we feel a little bit overwhelmed. We feel confused. We feel like we're going around in circles, perhaps, and there's maybe for some of you a little bit of element of fear because we're procrastinating making a decision, or we're, overthinking something even a little bit too much, and it's this where all our emotions come to the surface. So with the Seven of Cups, we do sometimes need to remind ourselves there that, we fret sometimes about, what if I make this decision and what if it doesn't work out, right? Fear of failure, fear of success. Hey, there's your fears with the Devil card, okay? Sometimes our relationship is evolving in such a way that we're just not certain where it's going to go. And when we're in that energy, we get stuck, right? And one of the key pieces of advice there sometimes is to listen to your intuition and follow your heart. We can't always predict the future. We can get a good indication of the direction that we're going in should everything remain the same. We can, pinpoint some energies that are coming in and give some possible scenarios. But ultimately, we can only make the decision today based on the information that we have today, based on the experiences that we've had so far and the wisdom that we've built up, based on what our heart tells us, based on what our intuition tells us. And we need to be able to trust ourselves to make it a right decision or to have a conversation, right? And, sometimes we just get a little bit wrapped up and we feel like we're in a little bit of a tornado, right? And, so in this energy, face your fears, get something out in the open. Okay. Don't let something overwhelm you or overtake you. The best way to address things is to deal with them head on. And we forget that sometimes in a relationship because we do have deep-rooted fears. Maybe there's a fear of an abandonment. Maybe there's fear of being honest and authentic, no place like home. If you're afraid to be your true self with your person, then maybe you might be questioning that relationship right now, right? We do have a Devil card coming out here, so no, not gonna lie. There's possibly some very challenging energies coming through here. Maybe you're dealing with some external forces in a relationship, right? The Devil card can represent like, toxic family members, toxic exes, that kind of thing. But it can represent some bad habits as well. And with the Seven of Cups, with that Devil card, this won't speak to all of you, okay? But there might be some addictions that are at play somewhere along there, right? And this can be, can be where we're like, I don't know if I want to go forward with this because there's this bad habit that somebody has. It might be you, it might be your person, okay? Or maybe somebody around you, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be within your relationship. It could be family, right? Think of Uncle Bob in the corner there that, doesn't stop at one bottle of wine and then pounds on your door, wanting a place to stay, right? So sometimes we have to deal with, friends or family, that are causing us a little bit grief in our relationship. So there can certainly be some challenges that you need to work through, in this energy. Okay. And I think your goal here is to work through some things. All right. With the Two of Wands, this is where we have an idea, an opportunity, some inspiration, and then we're making plans. We're looking out into the future. We're making some plans. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? The path forward is ultimately clear. So, maybe you're looking to clear some obstacles, or you're looking to get a little bit of clarity on something there, right? But of course, we do have some major forces at work for you. Here, we've got the Devil card and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Devil card, yes, this is first and foremost our shadow side. Okay, this is our fears, our worries, our doubts. This is the things, the habits, the patterns, behaviors, karmic cycles that keep us stuck. Okay, and I do feel for some of you here, especially with the Devil card coming out with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, this is an opportunity for you to perhaps close down a karmic cycle, close down some bad habits, some patterns, some behaviors within you, within your person, within a relationship. Okay, this is where we can really turn a page if we're honest, if we're open, and if we really do keep our eye on the future, right? And we do need to deal with past experiences. We do need to get things out in the open. But when we do deal with them and we get them out in the open, we have to be willing to, take the lessons, take the memories, but leave the energies behind. And we need to be willing to have that clean slate, right? Roads open right there with that Two of Wands. Okay. So this can be all of those underlying energies, right? This can also be a little bit of an obsession energy, a little bit of OCD coming in here. So maybe there's something that you're really, really worried about and you're obsessing over with the Seven of Cups. Okay, and it doesn't mean that it's negative or positive, whatever it is that you are obsessing over. It's just this obsession kind of energy, right? So this can be a little bit challenging for some of you. And when we obsess over things, we do tend to get a little bit stuck. Okay. So really have a, little bit of a think here in your relationship. Where are you stuck? Where do you feel chained? Where do you feel trapped? Okay. Or what are all those underlying fears or patterns within a relationship? Because with that Wheel of Fortune energy, you have the backing of the universe, right? You've got this energy that is helping you to move forward, to propel yourself forward in a better way. We can get this Wheel of Fortune and we can break out of those cycles. We can move forward and we can get ourselves unstuck. The Wheel of Fortune can bring you in some luck and some opportunities, expansion and growth within a relationship. It is the Wheel of Destiny. Okay, it is some fated energy coming in here. So it could be that you're dealing with some challenges in your relationship, right? That before you move forward, you have to move through because you're meant to deal with them. You're meant to experience them, right? And it could just be, relationships do tend to go through a certain period of evolution, right? And sometimes we've got to overcome that mountain in order to come out the other side, better than we were going in, more committed, and with a deeper understanding of each other, right? So sometimes we got to deal with those little challenges that do come up, or those big challenges in a relationship. All right. But with the Devil card there, yeah, there could be, there could be some underlying issues, and some of you may be looking to break free out of your relationship here. Okay. And just because it's causing you grief, and again, it's not going to talk to everybody, but if you are in a relationship where you don't feel safe, where you don't trust your person, okay, and you're maybe going around in circles, like, how do I get out of here? A leg up, right? Call somebody, ask someone for a little bit of help, and you'd be amazed how many resources are out there. So I do need to say that just because of this kind of energy that is coming out there, okay? But I do feel here that for the most part that you've got some issues to resolve, okay, either internally or with your person, and you're not going to move forward, or you can't move forward until you resolve these things, or maybe put up some boundaries, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, and Jupiter is retrograde in your sign, okay, for right up until the end of the year. So in this energy, you are taking a step back, right? Retrograde is refresh, renew, review, reassess things, okay? And this could be where you are reassessing a relationship, or you're reassessing certain portions of your relationship and maybe not the entire thing. And the Wheel of Fortune, ultimately, Jupiter brings us wisdom. So you might be gaining wisdom. This brings us some good luck, good fortune, abundance, growth, expansion of all kinds. So again, you might be moving out of a dark chapter in your relationship, or just some very challenging times with the Devil card, and moving forward into a better situation and better circumstances. Now we do have Kamar coming in here, which is the Moon card. Okay, so the Moon card is coming in here. So these moon cycles are going to be very important for you. Not so surprising, since we do have this full moon eclipse for you at the end of October. So this can be a huge turning point coming up for you. So you might be doing a lot of reflection and introspection up until then. And the Moon card is that very supportive of that energy. It's about our subconscious, our feelings, the things that are hidden, or the things that are creating illusion in our life, the things that we need to shine a light on, right? Because in the shadow of the moon, not everything is what it seems. Okay, so this is that energy that's supportive of you going beneath the surface, asking big questions, or pulling at a thread. Right? Hey, what did you mean when you said this? And then, going down a little bit of a rabbit hole. And sometimes that's the way we need to resolve things. That's how we get information, or that's how we, figure out, okay, what are my next steps? Where do I go from here? So, but the Moon card can bring love and romance to us as well. So for some of you here, depending on your relationship status, the Devil card, it's Capricorn energy. So maybe your person is a Capricorn and you just think this is the luckiest thing that ever to hit the jackpot, right? This may very simply be that for you. All right. But with this energy that's here, I feel like that some of you may have an evolution of a relationship. Okay, something started out, the Devil card, right? Something started out with a strong chemical attraction, physical attraction, and sometimes in relationships, when we get the Devil card, it's something that's all style and no substance, right? It's pure physical, it's like passionate, and it's all of these things that make your heart go aflutter and make your adrenaline rush, right? And, but there may not necessarily be love there. Right? It's just like this physical connection with somebody. So with the Wheel of Fortune, right, this can go either way if you're in that kind of relationship right now. This can either evolve into something a little bit more emotional, the Moon, okay? Or you have an opportunity now to break free from that and free yourself from that kind of relationship, because maybe you're getting a little bit of insight. Maybe you're really kind of like, you know what? This is a pattern for me. This is what I keep doing. I keep on glomming on to these people that are not healthy for me, that don't have my best interests at heart, that don't give me a leg up and support me when the way that I support them. So this can be a huge defining moment for you with this Wheel of Fortune, right? Moving forward, breaking out of that. And thank you, Jupiter. Say thank you for that. Okay. If that is your situation. And I do feel that you're breaking something down, very important for you. So you might get a huge insight, in the next little while. Okay. You want that love. You deserve that love. And if you're not getting it, that's something to think about. So with the Moon, we've got Temperance card, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, and we've got the 8 of Swords. So for some of you here, you're feeling stuck, trapped, restricted in this energy, and the Moon cycles are going to help you to break out, break free, break away, okay, or move forward in a better, healthier direction. The 8 of Swords, we quite often do feel this restrictive energy, because we're ignoring our intuition, or we're buying into our fears, we're overthinking, overanalyzing something, right? We're obsessing over something, okay? And so this can be a big breakout moment for you. This can also be an energy, especially with this Moon, where you gain clarity and deeper insight. The Moon speaks to your intuition as well. So your senses are heightened, your intuition is heightened for you here, and you're breaking out of this. Now, this is very interesting because we do have the 9 of Pentacles. Now, the 9 of Pentacles, for some of you, okay, for those ones that are, possibly knowing that they're not in a healthy relationship and you need to break free. The 9 of Pentacles reminds you of how remarkable you are, how confident, how successful, and how independent you are. The 9 of Pentacles is an energy of success. And it's one where we're confident, we believe in ourselves, and we know our worth. We know our value. So for some of you, you are very much, this is a very defining moment for you coming up. By the end of October, if you've been confused, or you've been feeling like you've been going around in circles, okay, I think you're going to have this big breakout moment. And you might even just step into your own personal power with this energy, and you're like, I'm worth better. And if you're not getting what you're worth, or if someone doesn't recognize your value, out of Dodge, right? Off to the races you go. But I do feel others of you here, you have an opportunity to restore the balance in a relationship. We do have the Temperance card coming out here. This brings about healing. It brings about peace. It also brings about your guidance, right? So, even if you are, really trying to shut down a chapter, shut down some cycles, or you're, making some important choices in a relationship here, remember, no matter what your situation is, you are always guided and protected. Call in your angels, spirits, guides, because the Temperance card is very much a guardian angel kind of energy, right? And so really does highlight your ability to really connect with all of your spiritual soul tribe there, to bring you peace, to bring you healing, to even bring you just that little extra support that you need. Remember, a leg up here can be in your 3D world, right? The actual people that you know in your real life, or in your 3D life, I should say, but it also brings in the help and support from your spiritual soul tribe as well. But the Temperance card is Sagittarian energy, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius and the Wheel of Fortune card. So I really do think that this Jupiter retrograde in your sign is going to bring you all kinds of blessings, whether it's a breakthrough, a break free, or some healing, whatever it happens to be, some deep insight, some wisdom, because Jupiter brings wisdom as well. It's expanding your world in a much better way. So again, if you've been feeling as though you've been stuck and trapped in a rut for a while, okay, I think you're going to experience some movements, probably a little bit slower through September, but then October is most likely going to speed up quite significantly for you, probably starting around that full moon that we've got on the 29th in Aries, right? So something here, because this is very fiery, is very rebellious kind of energy in that, but it can be very liberating in that energy. So again, it would be a big breakout moment for you. All right. But yes, that we can restore balance. We can restore, our sense of peace. But the Temperance card, very important energy there for you. So I really do think this Jupiter in your sign, quite significant and quite beneficial for you. And Jupiter is a very beneficial planet for us anyway. Okay. So we do have Leo card coming out here. So we've got Leo the Lion with Kawat coming here, which is the Strength card. Okay, so no matter what situation that you find yourself in, number one, some of you could be forming stronger bonds with your person. Okay, it's solidifying that relationship. You're coming together as one, and you've got this impenetrable bond, and you've also got a lot of passion behind that and a deep understanding of each other, right? So it's a beautiful energy and a beautiful bond. Others of you here, whether you've got a good bond with your person or not, this brings you courage and strength. Okay, if there's something you want to get off your chest, this brings you that support, that energetic support that brings you the strength and the courage to talk about your feelings, to discuss what's bothering you, to bring something out in the open. And we quite often do need to dig a little bit deep, okay, to do that, right? Because there's always a little bit of an underlying fear with a lot of people about, if I talk to my person about this, what's their reaction going to be? Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be negative? Right? And sometimes we're just not sure, depending on what we want to talk about, right? And so I feel here that this is just giving you that extra little bit of firepower, okay, to deal with whatever it is you got to deal with. But again, I do think that we've got some strengthening of bonds for some of you. Now, if you are this strong, independent human that's coming in here with that 9 of Pentacles, the Strength card is reminding you of your inner strength. Okay, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your journey. You are strong. You are powerful. You are courageous. You are brave. Okay, and you can handle anything that comes your way. You can make the changes that you need to make, and you can break away if that is your situation, right? So believe in yourself, that inner strength you've got within, dig deep, and your spiritual soul tribe is helping you, okay? Because some of you are just simply like, this relationship's not healthy. It's just not working for me, right? And so this is like, okay, time to venture out on my own again, right? And sometimes we do need to take that big, deep breath, right? And I mean, I do say in your reading, we do have a mixed bag, right? We've got a little bit of everything going on. And, of course, when eclipses happen in your sign, and we've got Jupiter in your sign, and it's showing in your reading, right? Basically, anything goes with this, right? But it's going to speak to each and every one of you individually. And you're all at a different stage, right? That's why we say it's collective reading for the collective energy. So take what resonates with you and your personal situation, right? Because you're all a little bit different. But the energy there is of strength. Strength gives us courage, gives us inner strength, gives us confidence, but also gives us patience, kindness, and compassion. And the energy of discernment, knowing when to come out roaring like a lion and when to take a little bit of a step back and take a calmer, more patient approach, right? Timing can be everything, and the Strength card can really speak to your ability to assess the timing of bringing something up or dealing with some issues, right? Sometimes we can, have a important conversation or something we need to deal with, but if we don't pick the right time, then something might not go the way that we wanted it to if we had waited for a better time, right? We do have the Seven of Wands coming in here, and the Seven of Wands is your position of strength to turn and face something head on. You're not running away from things. No, no, no. Okay, you're dealing with things. You're talking about things. You're getting things out in the open. But you are very much in this energy where you can stand up for yourself. You might need to put up some boundaries somewhere. Okay, but you are dealing with issues and you are overcoming them in this Seven of Wands. Okay, so you might feel that there's been some things coming at you, or there's some things that you need to deal with, and here you are, boom, no problem. Okay, that fire internally within you is lit. But we do have forming of a better bond with some of you here with the Lovers card, bringing you Gemini energy, and we do have Mercury that has been in retrograde. Mercury's in retrograde up till September 15th in the sign of Virgo, and it is going direct as of September 15th, right? So this card, Mercury rules Gemini. And in this, you might be talking about things. You might be, this is, soulmate energy, two people coming together. You're restoring the balance and harmony, and you're deepening your bond. You're connecting with your person on a deep spiritual, soul, heartfelt level. It's beautiful. But the Lovers card also speaks to choices, right? So some of you, when it comes to matters of the heart and your relationships, you might have some important choices to make, okay, in this energy. All right. So whatever it is that is your choice, whatever direction that you feel that you want to go in, it's all opening up for you here now. Now, this can also really speak to communication and keeping the lines of communication open. So especially that Mercury energy. And so if you do need to get something out in the open, you do need to deal with some issues head on. Here, I feel like you're going to very much have a very positive and important conversation with your person. But no matter what your situation is, we do have the Magician coming in here. Now, the Magician can just be you focusing on your relationship, your ability to restore the status quo, your ability to find resources that you need, information that you need, whatever it is that you need, it is right here at hand. So if you need some help, there's help available. If you need spiritual support, it's here for you. If you need to dive deep and to get that inner strength, it's here for you. But I do feel that some of you are just a little bit more focused on your relationships than perhaps you have been in the past. And there has been, there's this energy here of focusing on balance and harmony in your relationship, right? That symbiotic kind of union where you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You take on equal levels of responsibility in a relationship. It's not one-sided endeavor. But the Magician can also really be speaking to your inner power and your inner magic to make a decision and to make something happen for yourself. All right, whatever it is, this is your focus on making a decision or making a choice in your relationship. Right? Is it going to evolve? Is it going to move forward? Can you restore things? Can you fix? Can you heal? Or do you need to let go? And the Magician reminds you, just like the Strength card, just like the Seven of Wands, of your personal power, just like that Nine of Pentacles, that you can succeed at whatever it is that you put your mind to. Whatever decision that you make will be the right decision for you. Okay. And so trust in yourself and believe in yourself. Okay. You're really being reminded of how brave you really are, right? And how strong you are. So that's for those of you breaking away. Okay. But the Magician here can also be wonderful things manifesting in your relationship, in your love life here, as well. And of course, like I said, we do have eclipses coming up, and eclipses can bring things to fruition for you. So some things may really be blossoming in your world in an incredibly positive way with that. All right. Now we do have the Five of Staffs coming in here, which is the Five of Wands energy. Okay. Now, the Five of Wands, we do have, a couple little fives coming in here for you guys, right? So there might be some challenges in the month ahead. There might be some ups and downs, but the Five of Staffs can bring in conflict, okay? But it can also bring together people working as a team, right? And, if you look at these people here, they're all playing, I don't know what they're playing, polo or something like that, I think, in that card. And it's all a bunch of, everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to succeed, and working together will bring you more results than working separately and working apart. So with the Five of Staffs, there might be some issues, some conflict, some challenges that are going on in the next 6 weeks or so. And by working together, you will overcome them, right? As long as you've got the same goal in mind, as long as you've got the same outlook and outcome in mind, right? But for others of you, yeah, there might be a little bit of challenge with that energy, right? There might be some people around you that can really help you, okay, make the change that you need to make, even though it is difficult for you in that, right? But you have the ability here to succeed, okay? All right. We do have the World card. Closing out chapters, closing out cycles. Now, the World card is a successful completion of a cycle, of a journey within your relationship. Okay. So for some of you, this is simply getting closure. You're making the decision, the door is closing, and you're about to embark on a new life. Be thankful and grateful for everything you've experienced, because you probably gained a lot of wisdom and insights. This can also represent successfully closing out any kind of chapter or karmic cycles, and really give yourself a pat on the back with this energy. The World card can represent this shift, the end of one cycle, one chapter in your relationship, and you're about to embark with your person on a new one. All right. Whatever your situation is, this does bring in an energy of success. And can leaving a relationship be a success? Yes, especially if you're breaking away out of any kind of toxic personality, right? That kind of thing. Or if you're breaking away from a relationship where it's all style and no substance. Yes, that is successful. Why? Because you've taken the lead, you've taken charge, you believed in yourself, and you've made all the right moves, no matter how challenging or difficult it has been. So give yourself a pat on the back and give thanks to the universe, because you might be getting those deep insights on what you need to change. But the World card can very much bring about a cause for celebration. It brings abundance and success into your life, and it can really embark on some happy times. We're moving forward, right, with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords can be where, thank you, where we've got some conflict, we've got some challenges, we've got some things we need to deal with, and here we are finding a peaceful resolution and moving forward. Now, for some of you, you're moving forward with your person. For others of you, maybe you're moving forward without your person. But whatever it happens to be, this is easier times ahead for you. This is where things have been challenging. Some things have been difficult. You're overcoming them. You're talking about things. You're finding peace. You're finding a compromise there. You're resolving things, and things are about to get a little bit easier for you going forward. This can be a rite of passage with the Six of Swords, right? So again, something in your relationship or in your world, you're in your inner world even, that you were meant to experience. It's a life lesson for you. And what do we get from life lessons? A little bit of grief sometimes, but we get wisdom. All right. And this wisdom helps us move forward in a healthier direction and make better choices, or choose differently later on down the road. This is also a card of protection. So for those of you who are sailing into the sunset, okay, this is a reminder here that you are always divinely guided and protected in no matter what you do. And, spirit angels, guides, past loved ones even, they work in mysterious ways, okay? But if you ask them for help and support, boom, they are there, okay? They align people for you. They maneuver energies around for you. They show you signs, right? And we just need to be open to them. So for some of you here, this is a card of protection. You're being guided forward. And I can't help but say, especially because we've got that Devil card, again, it's not going to speak to every one of you. There are people around you that can protect you and take you to safe harbor with that one, okay? But you may need to open up and you may need to ask for that help, okay? Or at least just make a phone call, right? But this is that card of protection moving you forward into a safe place, all right? But we do have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. And the Knight of Pentacles can certainly show a deepening level of commitment, okay? Committed to moving forward, knowing what you want, and taking the steps that you need to get there. The Knight of Pentacles can be an offer, an opportunity, an invitation, a proposal, okay? And it's something super positive for you, all right? But it is a very slow moving energy. So again, things have probably been moving quite slowly for you in the month of September, probably speeding up for you in October a little bit. But the Knight of Pentacles is very detail-oriented energy, one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. And this does lead you on the path to success. All right. Some of you might be moving to a new house. Some of you might just be moving forward in your relationship, a deeper level of commitment there. And some of you might be breaking free and moving somewhere on your own. Okay. So again, just like eclipse season, a little bit unpredictable energy coming in there for you. All right. But I think if you take things one day at a time, and if you kind of take that step back and you think and reflect about things, and you really trust your intuition, then no matter what is going on, okay, you will be very much in that right direction for yourself. So let's get a couple final messages, excuse me, out here for you guys. And we have surrender to spirit coming in here first. Once you've done everything you can do to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Surrender unhealthy relationships. All right, the signs are very clear for somebody out there, okay? Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. That message speaks for itself. And we have surrender, stubbornness. Well, the Devil card can bring in stubbornness too. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. All right, we do need to be flexible sometimes, and we do need to be we do need to open up to someone else's point of view sometimes, right? Yeah, we've got this challenging energy with the Devil card. So those are your messages. I'm going to leave all that there for you. I really do hope that there was something here that resonated with you on some level. Again, not all the messages are going to be for everybody in this particular reading. There's a lot of different kind of scenarios playing out for you guys. Okay, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind for that person that does need those messages. All right. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful next month and a half, and I will see you guys later. Bye.